is by a higher upper power.
You're correct.
So you're
You're
saying
correct.
higher up, you mean the man behind the curtain type deal.
It's basically like the man is paying another person, like
Gotcha.
the knucklehead, the
I'm gonna pay
henchman, something like that, the little man.
Okay, I got
to
you.
do
I
his
understand
dirty
exactly
work.
what he's
I got
saying
you.
too. You know, in other words, like the puppet master.
Exactly.
You know, and you know what the puppet master do, right?
Play them strings.
Well, he puts his hands under the puppet's butt and make him do what he wants him to do. So he doesn't have to pull the trigger when he has other people that are foolish enough to do that. I agree with you 100%.
Just pulls the strings.
You know, yes, 100%.
Understood. Okay. All right. So I applaud that. That was actually a great point that you made. You know, I really respect that also coming from a man of your age, a young man of your age that would think like that.
Thank you.
You know, I actually salute that. Thank you for that input. I guess what I would think would probably, like Minister Ben said, that education is key. That's where it starts at. And if you look at where it starts at, it starts from K to 12. That's what you've been introduced into as a child. You go to school, and this is what you learn. But when you look at the resources that some of these schools are given, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's less than, not even less than. When you have books with curriculums that date way back, I mean, and please don't take no offense, Minister, but like when you were younger, and you know, by today's standards, you know, those quote Jane and Dick go to picnics. That's not done anymore. So you're trying to teach children this, which is nothing. I'm not saying they can't be taught that, but what they're looking at on YouTube, on Instagram, what they see in the street, what they see around the corner, you know, what they may see at home. You know, how can they relate to something that's so outdated, a curriculum that's so outdated? And then you have teachers, and when I was a child, a student, I love most of my teachers. You know, I didn't have any problems with any of them. But I will say this though, I honestly don't think most of them could relate to me or some of my other peers. So I think that was one of the key factors in some children learning and some not, and then medicine being pushed on them to say, oh, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. He can give him this Ritalin to calm him down, things of that nature. So, I mean, I guess education is key, but if the school doesn't have the funding to educate those children, what do we do? I mean,
Well, I'm a mentor at North Lawndale High School. North Lawndale High School is in one of the toughest neighborhoods in the city of Chicago, on Chicago's west side, in the Lawndale neighborhood. Out of all the mentors, I'm the only black male mentor out of all of them. And there's one female black mentor, all the rest of them are white. And as I walk down Roosevelt Street, because it's on Roosevelt in Sacramento, right on Roosevelt Street, you see a lot of black guys out there selling rocks and blows and throwing up gang signs. And no one's going in there to do that. You have white people coming from all over the place to mentor them. So they look forward to seeing me, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing that. Also, sure, when just diagnosing black children with medication and stuff like that, that's not for us. Who's diagnosing this? Who's doing that? You know, there's a place called the Center of Disease Control. You know what that is? That's a building with diseases in it. You know, and that's what it's, and guess where where it goes at? It goes right in the black community as experiment. And that didn't start just now. That happened during the time of slavery because they experimented with the slaves. You know, do you know that they used to take the little children and put them down on the floor and put their feet on them like footstools? They used to take the black children, slaves, and put them and made a zoo for them. And they would walk around like that. So that experimentation started back then, and it's still prevalent today.
interesting point. Anything you want to add to that, Brendan?
He hit the high
Summed
note
it
with
up.
that. That's just something really to sit back and think about right there.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess since we're going to move on to the next question, this is about education. I guess we were on education briefly. Now, I'm going to touch back on the teachers. Do you gentlemen think that a white female teacher can teach young black boys and girls how to be young, successful black adults?
Do you know that 93% of white female teachers teach from the grade of kindergarten to the 6th grade. 93% of white female teachers teach black girls and boys within that range. Now, from kindergarten to the 6th grade, that's called the formidable years. And they're molding children into that. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question. And this is no knock on the teachers. They're put there. Can an adult bear raise a baby giraffe to be an adult giraffe? Can't do it.
Not to my
Because they're
knowledge.
two different people. I mean, they're animals.
Okay, interesting point. Okay, Brendan, anything you'd like to add to that?
I feel that I've had some, not all black, or I've always had a different.
You had a mixture of different
Basically,
teachers.
yeah.
Okay,
It
so
was
not
a-
just one specific nationality or race. You've
Exactly.
had several. Okay.
So it's like I've had different experiences from each teacher that has sat down and really connected with me and just showed me how she should be doing her job right. It's
Okay.
like
All
that.
right. I can respect that. Well, growing up in the 80s to I graduated in 99, so I mean, I had a lot of white teachers, and a lot of them, in my opinion, I mean, they tried their best with what they had, and I mean, I more so, I just took it for what it was. I didn't really look at it like, this is my teacher, do my homework, do what I gotta do so I can get a Nintendo game. That's how I looked at it. But I mean, now when I think about my fondest memory is of Mr. Barkley, which was a black teacher in my senior year of high school. So he related to me a little bit more. So I will say that I do think it had an impact on me. Let me see if we have time now. Just wanted to throw this out there to you gentlemen. Do you think, all right, well, I guess that's our time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up then. Thank you for watching and thank you for viewing In the Mind of Minister Ben Willis. Minister, thank you for coming. Brendan, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.